Hello, everybody. Flash Notion here. It has been far too long. I have been wanting to get back to recording for quite some time. No life difficulties. No. This was all just, this related. Okay. So, the story goes that at the end of recording last season, I fucked up. I looked at some wiki stuff, and I got some manga spoilers. And they were pretty serious manga spoilers, because they were talking about character death. And everything that I have been seeing from other reactors and from the YouTube algorithm was essentially telling me that no, I didn't misread that. I clicked away as fast as I could from the wiki once I got like the initial spoiler, but it was still in the back of my head, and I was still thinking about it. It was just like, yeah, no, as season 6 is coming out, everything's telling me that, yeah, I read it correctly. I know what's coming. I didn't like what was coming. Now, at this point, I've more or less made my peace with it. I'm looking at it more from a standpoint of a writer, and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, yeah, okay, that makes sense. There's still a tiny part of me that's just like, oh, I hope that it's different. I hope that when I actually get around to watching this, it magically becomes something else, but I'm quite certain that it won't. So yeah, that's what it's been. I've taken nearly 2 months to get here, but I've finally gotten to the point where I'm ready to record again. I'm happy to record again. And, there's a little knot in my chest still, but overall, I'm very much looking forward to getting back. So, My Hero Academia. Where the fuck did we leave off? I'm pretty sure we left off... Okay. So, we raided the hospital. We got the doctor. We didn't really defeat all the Nomu, I don't think. I don't think that actually ended up happening. But we got the doctor. Meanwhile, the chateau of the Paranormal Liberation Front got raided, and they all were trapped underground. Most of them were trapped underground. Dabi... Okay, so Hawks mortally wounded twice, and then twice died, which was sad. Then Dabi tried to make fried chicken. I joke, but that was also very horrifying. But Tokoyami saved Hawks. And I think that's pretty much the last that we saw of that group. Because back in the city, Shigaraki woke up. And... Wait, Shigaraki? Yeah, Tomura Shigaraki. It's been so long, the names are a little bit fuzzy. That's how long it's been. I've been avoiding this too much. So yeah, Shigaraki woke up. He murdered a hero and stole his cape. And then he, did his wipe out multiple city blocks move. Crust died, which, whatever. No offense, I just didn't really care about him. The most interesting thing about him was that he was kind of visually similar to Naofumi from Rising of the Shield Hero, and like that's not enough to get me invested in him as a character. So yeah, he's gone. Don't really care. Um, yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. I think. We also had something like with the quirk bullets. Also, Gigantomachia was waking up, so that's bad for the people at the chateau. Um, and uh, there's one other thing. Right. Deku has apparently gotten up to like nearly 50% power. Uh, in terms of like his like momentary strikes. So he's probably running it like I don't know. I want to say at least 20% normally now, which is fantastic. Not gonna help him, but fantastic anyway. So yeah. At time of recording this, I'm not actually sure how many. Oh shit. Right. Oops. I'm not actually sure how many episodes we have. I have 11 downloaded, so there might be more. There might be another one on top of that. Um, yeah, I don't know. Oh shit, keep clicking the wrong things. Oy. Anyway, yeah, I'm still gonna be doing these one at a time, just because. Um, yeah, hopefully we can get all caught up, get through the rest of the season without issue, because, I mean, I still have the rest of Konosuba to do, and I kind of want to be free for when Ruby comes back, because that's only a little bit away. So, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So we'll start by switching over here. And we'll go over here, and then we will start in 3, 2, 1, and play. Alright, so that was a pretty cool episode. Kind of felt like not too much happened. It was mainly like, just... There was a lot of cool action. A lot of cool action. And otherwise, like, a lot of the dialogue was just about, kind of like spreading information, as well as, reminding the audience of a lot of stuff, which, I'm actually thankful for that for once, since it has been so long of a break. But, like, making sure people know what Shigaraki has going on. Yeah, the search quirk. Come to think of it, actually, no, that's an entirely different visual from what was going on with 9. So, I don't know. Like, in the movie, 9 had his own ability that let him see quirks. And when he saw Deku, he also saw just, like, a ton of power. That he couldn't take. It was too much for him. But, yeah, Shigaraki's version is actually, apparently, Ragdoll's version, so it's very different. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think, like, so, we made sure to, like, basically just let everybody in that area know what the deal was, what the deal is. Shigaraki has multiple quirks, he's after Deku for whatever reason, in terms of, like, what other people know, and Yeah, that sucks. He also took out their communications, which that's a thing. Oh, now that I think about it, maybe that one quirk user that was pursuing them was Gran Torino. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because if I remember right, Shigaraki said that the way Popclaw's quirk was working, or not Popclaw, that was a different one. Actually, I don't even think that's the name of one of the Pussycats. I'm pretty sure that's no Popclaw's the name of a character from The Boys. What the fuck am I talking about? Ragdoll. The way her quirk was working for him was that it retained all of the people that Ragdoll had seen. Um, I don't think she ever met Gran Torino before she got her quirk stolen. Um, I mean, maybe she had, but like, no, that wouldn't make sense. In all likelihood, it's one of the students. So which one is it? I feel like Todoroki is too responsible, which really makes me think it's Ochako. Um, yeah, I guess she's one of the only ones that could. None of the others would be fast enough or mobile enough. She, with her ability to float and the grappling hooks in her gauntlets, yeah, she could pursue. So, pretty sure it's her. That that's disappointing. Um, yeah, the Nomu. How did they survive? Were they just buried so deep that they could, or were they like placed somewhere outside of the radius? Maybe. Like I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Hmm. Or did Shigaraki like gain the ability to control his decay quirk to that extent where he can choose to just not decay a certain like set of things if he knows that they're there? Because that would be insane. um, Fitting, but insane. Those are the only options I can really think of. Uh, it was cool to see out at the chateau. It was cool to see Mount Lady going off like that. She never really gets a chance to do much, and yeah, wielding a giant freaking cement club to just smash everything. That's pretty freaking cool. She seemed to have a lot of them running, so good for her. Um, and then Toga, the way she was going about. Um, I mean, yeah, out of context, the line "life is hard. I just want to make it easier" is, not a bad line, not a bad philosophy. Like, life is unnecessarily hard. It's really bullshit. Because the only reason for that is because, well, not the only reason, but like the main reason is just because certain people are desiring money and power, and they take advantage of other people to get it. And you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of hatred and bigotry would die out very quickly if it wasn't being used by people to gain power and money. So sad to say that those are the main reasons for the world to suck, and suck it does at times. Um. So yeah, that statement is pretty much the only thing that I agree with that Toga has ever said. Um, Yeah, she's as badass as ever. That expression on her face was terrifying, to say the least, as usual. Um, yeah, we got to see a bunch of what Shigaraki has stored up in him. So he, of course, has the power of All for One itself. His own quirk. Super regeneration, that makes sense. He seemed to have some sort of shield. I don't know if that was the radio waves thing that was mentioned, but maybe. Um, he also does have some kind of air blasting ability, as well as general super strength, it seems, which that sucks. Uh, and yeah, the radio wave ability that fried all the comms and seemingly activated all those Nomu at the same time. Yeah, that's all very very terrifying. Like it sucks that he's that strong. I mean, obviously nothing is stronger than Decay at this point. Like, but even without that, he's currently taking on what? Number 1 hero Endeavor, number 10 hero Ryukyu, right? Dragoon hero Ryukyu, and numerous other heroes are attempting to help. So like, yeah, they they aren't doing so well at the moment. And I think it's because, again, going back to the USJ arc, even though Aizawa is using his quirk on Shigaraki, Erasure can't actually get rid of all the quirks, and it certainly can't get rid of his natural strength now. So it might stop him from using Decay, thank Christ, but all those other quirks probably still up for grabs. Super regeneration, almost certainly there. And it would be dumb if he didn't have the shock absorption. So, like, yeah, there's probably a bunch of quirks that he didn't get, but, like, yeah. Oh, I was hoping to avoid that, but whatever. I'm about done anyways. So, yeah, mostly an action-heavy episode. And a lot of recap, a lot of just spreading of information, and not a whole lot of story progression. Couple too many flashbacks also, I'd say, but overall, pretty strong episode, I'd say. Does feel like a little bit of an in-betweener, does feel like one that could maybe potentially have been condensed or skipped or whatever. You know, this part in the manga probably took like all of 2 pages, maybe. But we'll see. We've got, I know we've got a bunch of stuff to get through with this. So, this arc is still moving. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this video. And, yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys back, like, tomorrow, probably. Because I've got more to do. But until then, bye.